Hey everybody, I'm Scotty J. You are watching Rock Titan TV. We've got an awesome guest with us, and it's a guest with us that you have met before. We are talking with Lukas Magyar from Veil of Maya, and of course they just had a new album release just this past year, actually 2017 I guess, as we head into 2018. And he's got a very interesting new project going on, so we're just going to talk about it right now. New Industry. Lukas, what's going on, man?
Hanging out, just getting some work done.
Yeah. So where are you at right now?
I'm up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, where I currently live with my fiance.
Oh, okay. Oh, man, you're hitched? You're getting hitched?
Working on it. Yeah, we're getting there.
Oh, man. Well, I'd say you're a better man than I am, but yeah, I've been there, done that. Oh, God. It's been a long time. But, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, I mean, sometimes us guys, you know, when we're used to the wildlife, we need that woman to ground us.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, so you reached out to me the other day, and, you know, you've got this really awesome new project kicking off in 2018. And Happy New Year, by the way.
To you as well, and to everyone watching and listening.
Yes, very exciting, very exciting. So, New Industry. What is this project? What are we doing?
It's a very exciting project to me. It's something that's very personal to me. I've been working on it since around like 2010, 2011, trying to like build the structure and exactly what the idea was. But me and a few partners, we launched it legally in the summer and kind of kept it under wraps until it was the right time, which is right now. We announced publicly on the 1st of the year. But yeah, we do a lot of different things. We do band management and artist development. We create our own content, so we have a lot of stuff in the works right now, getting ready to release. We do production for other bands and other artists as well, audio production, you know, putting together singles or co-writing with bands, or, you know, working on their EP or LP from start to finish. And we do video production, music videos. We're working on short films. We'd like to get into full film production, but that takes a lot of resources and a budget that we don't currently have, but that is something that we're definitely working towards. But yeah, we're busy. We're keeping at it. That
is aggressive. So what brought this all about? How long has this been in the making?
Oh, like I said, I started it in somewhere around like 2011, and it was a lot of planning on what it was going to be. I really wanted to do something that wasn't really like prominent. So I got a bunch of other talented individuals on board, so that way we could offer a whole slew of services. Oh, should probably turn this on silent here. But yeah, we just wanted to be able to do anything that any artist would need us to do, not be limited. So I've reached out to some good friends of mine who I'd grown up in the local music scene with. I have a gentleman named Isaiah Levitt, who is our audio engineer. Kind of a master at his craft. He can make anything sound good. He's a great composer and a great engineer, great producer. And then one of my oldest and best of friends named Mason is our creative director. So he takes care of a lot of the ideas. I kind of label him as the idea guy. So the short film we're working on currently, I don't want to spoil it too much, but he wrote the whole idea for it, and it's like kind of like a spoof of A Wonderful Life type deal. So we want to release it around Christmas time, maybe like the year after next or so. But comes up with all sorts of stuff. Helps a lot on the musical composition side too. Writes a lot of great lyricist, great composer. So he's pretty versatile. And then another old friend of mine named Peter Doucette does our video work. He's our visual producer. He does promos, does all the editing, post work, and coloring and things like that. And then another gentleman who's based out of Iowa, his name is Keith, and he works with me on the business side of things, and also has just a great mind for brainstorming and helps us with the management of these other artists and stuff like that. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's the team right there.
Now, obviously, all of your fans that know you right now, you are the front man for Veil of Maya. Was there ever any apprehension that, this new undertaking for New Industry might create any kind of complications with everything you have going on with Veil of Maya?
No, I think honestly it just kind of helps. It helps put me in front of a lot of different people who didn't previously know my name, which is obviously going to put this company out there more. So it's just one of those things where I think it'll accelerate, and it doesn't get in the way of my current position now, so it's pretty awesome. I like to work, so when I'm on the road, I'm working on this. When I'm at home, I work on this, and I do what I can for Vail, whether it's getting ahead on lyrics or planning out new album concepts and things like that. So I don't think one takes away from the other.
Wow. So, I mean, I guess we can't really call you a triple threat because I don't know about your acting skills or your dancing skills yet, but at the very least, you're a double threat, you know, because you're a businessman and a musician, you know. So we know at the very least, you know, you've got two very heavy hats that you're wearing right now.
Well, thank you.
Seriously, I mean, this is cool, and I mean, I imagine the fact that you have such a strong business sense about you, that's got to help you in the music world. I mean, I know that there's a lot of musicians out there that, I mean, they're leaning on other people, you know, to try to help them out with the business side of things, the marketing, the advertising, and everything that goes on. Just because, I mean, for one, there's only so much you can do in a day. You know, I mean,
absolutely.
You're busy doing all that stuff. So I guess for you, how do you find the time to do both? You know, how do you find the time to be on the business side as well as, you know, being the musician that you are?
That's where the team comes in handy. You know, I mean, I definitely couldn't do everything for New Industry, which is why I needed Isaiah and Peter and Mason and Keith. So luckily I lean on those guys a lot. And, you know, when it comes down to what I'm involved in outside of New Industry, I mean, I jumped into a band that was already existing, doing just fine without me, so I just kind of stepped in and played my role, and, you know, those guys have most of it handled, and I just do what I need to do. So, yeah, I just, you know, working well with others and sharing ideas is kind of the way to go.
Yeah, right on. Now, I got to ask you, New Industry, you know, that name, because I recently actually just spun up another business myself. And it can be very tricky.
Yeah, well, I'd like to hear about that too.
Oh, it's boring. You don't want to hear anything about it. You know, it's totally outside the world of music entertainment.
That's all right.
But basically, I mean, it's not easy coming up with a name and a brand. You know, and I mean, in this case, you're coming up with a brand to represent other brands. You know, so New Industry. You know, what kind of led to that name, I guess, and, I mean, I would ask how in the world you got it. Well, it doesn't matter because you got it, you know, the name New Industry was available, you got it, you're going to make it your own, but what was it, what was kind of the idea, you know, behind this?
As I mentioned a little bit, when it all started and the idea was still just floating around in my head, I wanted to create something that wasn't really out there, something that was very versatile,
sure,
and that was just going to be, you know, different, new, brand new, something that people are going to be kind of taken back, like, wow, they're involved in all these sorts of things. This is kind of crazy. So originally the idea started as something completely different, and it slowly evolved, and it needed to. And one day I was just thinking, I don't know what I was thinking about, but the name just kind of flew across in my brain. I wasn't even brainstorming names. I was just kind of thinking about the project and the company in general. And we're in a new era. We're in a new age of music and art. And, you know, it's just companies are evolving, and we want to be a part of that. We want to push the envelope and just, you know, make things happen.
Right on. Now, did you have a plan B? Because I know that when I've been coming up with business names and things of that nature, if I didn't have my primary name available, you know, I needed to have something else. Did you have any other ideas in mind for what you might have to fall back on?
Funny enough is that New Industry actually was Plan B. So originally when I came up, originally when I came up with the original premise that isn't even what the function of the company is now, but the original idea, the name that came along with it was the logo Rise. And as I was kind of building upon that, as I said, one day I was just thinking, and New Industry popped in my head. I'm like, well, that's that. So let's go with that.
All right. Man.
But no, that's Plan B, sitting right behind you there.
That's awesome. Yeah, right? You know, boom, right there. Right there. So what do we have to look forward to in 2018? You already got a number of things spun up under this, or what?
Yeah, we just announced one of the bands under our management called In Search of Solace. They're out of the Twin Cities area up in Minnesota. Metal band, heavy hitters. They got a little bit of both. Their vocalists are crisp. So they got a front man that just does a lot of the heavy stuff, and good-looking dude, sharp-looking man, I must say. And then they have a guitar player who also does some singing. They actually just added an additional guitar player. They only had one. He's from another band in the area called By the Thousand, so he's kind of tag teaming on those projects right now.
Okay.
And we have another band that we are about to announce actually tomorrow out of Ohio called The Sense of Purpose, another proggy band. A lot more singing. They have a lot of cool, intricate, clean guitar going on in their songs. They're actually in the studio wrapping up I think it's a 6-song EP right now, so we're getting ready to announce that. And then I just got off a very exciting phone call just a few moments before we hopped on this call with a man, I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, Grayson Earhart, I think is how you pronounce his last name. But he was originally a solo artist, and he's kind of still a solo artist. It's interesting, but he was, Andy McKee?
Yeah.
So he's got that type of guitar style, but he sings like a freaking angel, and his song composition is great. I mean, just, wow, unbelievable. But he's kind of transitioning into more of like this rock sound where he's got a drummer, and he's going to be doing the same sort of guitar playing style on a semi-hollow body electric guitar, which would be very interesting. And he's wrapping up a 5-song EP as well right now, and we're about to announce him too in the next few days. And then we have a couple other artists who we're kind of keeping under wraps right now because they aren't quite ready to be announced, but we're very excited about them. One of them is like a contemporary solo artist, and then there's the other project is a metal band as well out of New York. So trying to be diverse, obviously I love metal. Pete is a huge fan of metal, as are the rest of the guys, the rest of the partners in the company. But, we all listen to all sorts of stuff, so we didn't want to be strictly a metal company. And we didn't want to just build around that. We want to be involved in anything and everything that we believe in and want to help out.
Man, Vale Nye, they're in trouble, man. I don't know how you're gonna have time to do
that. I don't think so.
No, we're not trying.
I'm just passing the time. It's a lot of hours in the day.
Yeah. Has this always been something that you felt passionate about getting involved with? I mean, obviously, you don't go into a business endeavor like this half-heartedly, and clearly it's something you've given a lot of thought to, but I guess, well, now we're kind of going back in time a little bit from when we were talking about, False Idol and everything you had coming out with, Veil of Maya. Had you always had these business-minded thoughts as you were a musician at the same time? Or was this something that kind of came after the fact, like after you got into the music industry as a singer and working in the industry, that you said, hey, you know what? I can do this myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of always been there. And I just didn't realize to what extent. But, when I was just starting to pursue a career in music, like, I remember having the thought, it's like, I've always wanted to be a business owner. I don't know why, I just kind of always wanted to do it, because why not? And I never thought that being a musician and an artist was going to get in the way of that. So I remember, like, the first thing, I was like, oh, well, I was just trying to brainstorm ideas when I was, like, 15 years old. I'm like, well, maybe I'll own a music store. That'd be cool. I could do that.
Right on.
And I don't own a music store at the moment. Don't know if I ever will. But it just kind of stemmed from those types of thoughts. So, yeah, you just always kind of having that in the back of my mind somewhere. And I just, it grew over the years. And now it's come to fruition. And it's extremely exciting to me. It kind of feels like a whole new chapter of my life for sure. But, you always want that as you grow and as you get older. And you just want new experiences and new endeavors and, new things to try to make successful.
Keep the ball rolling. Well, I got to tell you, man, New Industry does sound like a cool name for a new music store.
Thank you. Yeah,
like a whole new chain, Yeah. Seriously. So, when you were getting this new business endeavor going, this new company going, did you involve family, friends, or anyone like that? Had you met any of the people involved through your time with Veil of Maya?
I have. Actually,
Okay.
Keith, I met through Veil. He was a big Veil fan, and he wasn't shy to come up and talk to me. And actually, we remained in contact because I give his son Kieran vocal lessons. He's probably one of my most talented, not my absolute most talented student.
Right.
And the logo sitting behind you is actually created by my brother, very talented man.
Check that out.
It's not the only logo he's ever made for me, that's for sure.
Nice.
And one of the artists, a solo contemporary artist that I had previously mentioned, that's actually my sister. Very talented singer, makes me sound like a complete fool, but that's okay.
Look at you, you're like the Osmonds.
So, keeping the family involved, and again, my old-time friends like Isaiah, Peter, Mason, you know, when it came down to who I wanted to get involved in this company, I went to the guys I was closest to in my local music scene when I was kind of coming up, you know, years ago.
Well, that's got to help having people that you trust, you know,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mason played Pony League baseball together. You know, his dad coached me. I know he's got 7 brothers, all brothers, no, not a single sister. I know all of them. I mean, him and I just go way back.
Wow. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So what are some things that we can look forward to here, you know, as we kick off 2018? And I believe this is a huge year. This is a huge year. This is a huge year for Veil Maya, for Rock Titan Music Television, for New Industry. What's going on? Talk to me, man. Is there anything that you can give us that, you know, wouldn't necessarily be in violation of some trade secrets?
Sure. So we're about to put our website out this month, which is exciting because then we'll have, you know, a whole lot of content there.
I was going to ask you about that, yeah, because I'm like, where's the New Industry website? Yes.
It's coming, just a couple weeks away.
Right.
And as we wrap up some of these projects that I'm involved in and that Isaiah's involved in and that Mason's involved in, we're going to get the YouTube channel together and start pumping out content on a pretty regular basis. So that's going to be a lot of fun for us.
Very cool. And
yeah, just pushing the envelope as much as we can. We do, you know, I'm in 4 different projects back home, which are all under New Industry. You know, from rock to hip hop to I even have another metal project, and even a solo, you know, kind of like an electronic. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just your typical solo artisty stuff.
Okay.
For, you know, electronic music, I suppose.
All right. Very cool. So for all of your fans out there, and I know you've got lots of them because, you know, I've been berated since our last interview when we were talking about False Idol. So for all of your personal fans and Veil of Maya fans out there, where can they go to kind of find out what's going on with New Industry right now? What's the best way to do that?
We just released all the essential socials on the first of the year, so you can look us up on Instagram. You can either search New Industry, otherwise our handle is @New Industry Entertainment. We are on Twitter, which you can look up or tag us @industry_new. And we also have our Facebook out there, which you can look up at facebook.com/New Industry Entertainment, or go up into the search bar and type in New Industry there. So trying to, you know, keep accessible and make sure people have an easy time finding us. And as soon as that website is ready to go, we're going to plaster that URL all over the place and drive some traffic to that as well. But yeah, right now we're just on, we got the Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter, your natural trifecta.
Very cool. Well, it sounds like you've got a lot of very exciting things going on, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, man, Happy New Year!
To you as well.
This is awesome. Thank you. So everyone watching right now, we are with Lukas Magyar, frontman of Veil Maya. That's how you know him, Veil of Maya, of course. But now he's got this new business, New Industry. So make sure you go check him out, and we will make sure to include, you know, all of the ways that you can find them on the World Wide Web. And perhaps, just perhaps, New Industry is the kind of business that will help propel you forward in 2018.
Thank you.
Take
care, guys.
Thank you, man. Yes, awesome. You the man.